When was the last time you stepped outside and truly connected with the world around you? In a crazy world full of screens and distractions, it's easy to overlook the beauty that surrounds us. As we prepared for our spring launch, we realized our mission went beyond just unveiling new products. It's no secret that we're nature enthusiasts, so we wanted to capture the essence of spring, the time when nature awakens, rejuvenates, and comes alive again.
Spring is a time when the days finally get longer, bringing the light back into our lives, along with the warmth and signs of rebirth and renewal. We wanted to honor nature and the local flora and fauna that means so much to us with this launch, and bring some awareness about the challenges that they face. In Western New York, several species of flora and fauna face threats due to habitat loss, pollution, and climate change. By highlighting these issues through our art, we hope to inspire action and support for the conservation of our natural world. Some of the species that we want to highlight include the golden northern bumblebee, the Carner blue butterfly, and the piping plover.
We unfortunately don't have a photograph of the golden northern bumblebee due to their rarity, but they look like a cross between the common eastern bumblebee with fuzzy short hairs all over their body and are mostly golden in color, similar to the honeybee. Pour yourself a cup of coffee, tea, or in our case, some delicious hot chocolate while we give you some more information on these creatures and show you some behind the scenes of the art that we created for this launch.
The golden northern bumblebee in particular plays a pivotal role in pollinating native plants, but its population is dwindling due to human activities. By shedding light on the struggles of this bumblebee, we aim to raise awareness about the need to conserve pollinators and their habitat in our region.
The Carner blue butterfly is an endangered species in western New York and faces challenges as its primary larval host plant, wild lupin, is threatened by habitat loss and fragmentation. Habitat fragmentation is when the natural habitat of the species is broken up because of human development, like building roads and housing, leaving areas that are way too small to sustain this species. Adult Carner blue butterflies also rely on nectar from a variety of flowering plants, including wild bergamot and the northern blue flag iris, which are also threatened flora. They need these for energy and for reproduction.
The piping plover is a local migratory shorebird that depends on beaches along the Great Lakes for nesting and for foraging. We don't have an image of the piping plover, but here's the semi-palmated plover, which looks very similar but is a darker brown color, where the piping plover is much paler. Because of coastal development, habitat destruction, and predation, piping plovers are considered an endangered species in New York State. Through our art, we want to foster a deeper connection to the natural world and highlight how all living beings are connected. Through our illustrations, we want to emphasize the amazing creatures that we're at risk of losing, possibly forever. Our native flora and fauna rely on each other for survival and reproduction, so we need to make efforts to protect both.
Through our beach glass art, we use materials that are found and collected along our local shorelines to use in our art. We want to help clean up the environment and remove litter and debris. Artwork that we create from beach debris, such as these discarded glass bottles that are transformed into colorful pieces of beach glass art, draws attention to the impact of human activities on marine and coastal animals. We need to preserve and restore habitats by protecting undeveloped land, creating wildlife corridors, and restoring degraded habitats through reforestation, native plant restoration, and habitat enhancement projects that protect critical nesting and foraging habitats and minimize human disturbance. Together, we can ensure the survival of the golden northern bumblebee, the Karner blue butterfly, the piping plover, and their plant companions by preserving biodiversity for generations to come.
In Western New York, as in nature everywhere, our collective actions shape the future. Here are some key conservation strategies. We invite you to join us in taking meaningful action to protect and preserve precious ecosystems. Here's how you can make a difference.
Protect native species. Create pollinator-friendly gardens and landscapes by planting native wildflowers, shrubs, and trees that provide essential food and habitat for bees, butterflies, and other pollinators. Choose plants that are adapted to the local climate and soil conditions to support biodiversity and ecosystem health.
Reduce pesticide use. Minimize the use of chemical pesticides and herbicides in your garden and home. Instead, opt for natural pest control methods to manage pests while minimizing harm to beneficial insects and wildlife.
Support conservation organizations. Get involved with local conservation organizations and volunteer for habitat restoration projects, wildlife monitoring initiatives, and community outreach programs. Your time and your support can make a meaningful impact on conservation efforts in your area.
Advocate for policy change. Advocate for policies and legislation that promote habitat conservation, wildlife protection, and sustainable land management practices. Contact your elected officials, participate in public hearings and meetings, and raise awareness about the importance of environmental conservation in your community.
Educate and inspire others. Share your knowledge and your passion for nature with your family, your friends, and your neighbors. Encourage other people to appreciate the beauty of the natural world, learn about local flora and fauna, and take action to conserve and protect our shared environment. Together, we can make a difference. Join us in celebrating the beauty of spring and committing to a future where nature thrives and flourishes for generations to come. Share with us ways that you've done little things to help your local flora and fauna. And just remember, you don't need water to make waves.